Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Souks of Marrakech.
Following on from a guided tour with local Youssef, join us as we tackle the souks ourselves using his advice and local knowledge.
Please share it so that you can have an idea what I'm talking about.
The whole place is a big feast for the eyes.
For any visitor to Marrakech, the souks are an absolute must-see. However, they can be quite overwhelming due to their sheer size and the capability to easily get lost. Doing a tour with a local was the best way to learn our way around and to gain best insight as to how to tackle them. For our full video covering this tour, check out the link below.
Youssef covered the main tourist shopping souks as well as the local craft souks, something we may not have seen without him.
Having learnt through our tour the best ways to tackle these souks, we decided we'd have to give it a go on our own. So we are currently walking down the main tourist souk street. Not that you can probably tell, because as you can see, we are pretty much the only people here. Minus the people setting up for the day. So we'll check in again later and you'll see just how much different it looks then.
We weren't planning to shop at this time of morning, but used it as a main route to Ben Youssef Madrasa for when they open first thing in the morning.
Having finished up at Ben Youssef Madrasa, we headed back to the main square, Jamar El Fanar, and we could see immediately that things were starting to busy up with plenty of tradesmen and people around. When you decide to start venturing deep into the souks, it's important to make note of where you enter and exit, because maps on phones don't always work.
Make sure not to stop in the path when in the souks, as there's always something looking to get past.
If at any point you feel disorientated and need advice, make sure to pop into a coffee shop to get advice. Youssef informed us that some of the youngsters will send you in the wrong direction just for a bit of a laugh.
The souks are the best place to buy your souvenirs, but make sure to shop around and don't buy at the first place you find them.
It's also worth noting that in Marrakech, haggling is something of an art form. Being from the UK, haggling felt a little bit alien to us, but you can tell when you go in and start those negotiations with the sellers, it's very much like a game to them. Youssef actually advised us to go in at 60% less than the asking price and work our way back up. As long as you're polite, friendly and smiling, they are more than open to it.
What you can see here is Souks Marine, the main tourist shopping souk. Prices tend to be a bit higher here, but it's the easiest one to explore on your own.
One of the best tips Youssef gave us was to use Souks Marine as a way of getting in and out of the souk and progressively diverting off into the smaller souks off the side. Doing this allowed us to familiarise ourselves quickly whilst also delving into the more local souks and away from the other crowds of tourists.
Whilst it seems a bit daunting at first, exploring the smaller souks, seeing the craftsmen at work was fascinating. Just make sure to mind your step, as sometimes the pathways are being worked in.
Some of our favourites within the smaller souks were definitely the leather souk, the metalwork souk and the lamp souk, all of which had a variety of different products on offer and various things that you could see whilst being made. A couple of tips for navigating the smaller souks as well as Souks Marine on your own.
Firstly, make sure to familiarise yourself with Souks Marine before venturing off the main path.
Secondly, be sure to embrace all the sounds and smells and get involved with the local food scene with some of the delicious pastries on offer.
Third up, be sure to look where you're going at all times, as there are plenty of mopeds, carts, donkeys and people carrying goods.
Next up, make sure to get involved with the haggling. As Youssef said, they won't sell the item if they're not going to make a profit.
Lastly, enjoy it. While it's a bit chaotic, there's nowhere quite like it.
We hope you found this useful. Make sure to check out our other guides for Marrakech.
Make sure to drop us any questions in the comments and subscribe to the channel. We'll see you in the next video.